What's going on, guys? Zinx here, and this video is a follow-up to my last ElvUI user interface video. This is about configuring an ElvUI healing interface, and it's going to be utilizing Affinitii's layout for ElvUI, which I think is just awesome. So first thing I'm going to do is demonstrate, obviously after we've gone through the melee DPS ElvUI interface, which went over ElvUI. I've changed my equipment manager settings in that to allow me to switch equipment sets on spec switch. So I'll switch to my healing spec here, and it'll automatically switch my gear. Now, don't laugh at my gear, it's terrible. I haven't really worked on it too much. Okay, now I'm in my healing spec. Alright, I haven't even worked out my bars or anything like that. I've just got my default setup as it was on my DPS now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a profile now. I've got Zinx Twilight's Hammer. What I'm going to say is new one. I'm just going to call it healing. I'm going to say OK. My current profile is going to be healing. That's fine because I'm going to go type /EC. I'm going to go into the install for this. I'm going to say setup CVAR, setup chat. I'm going to go through this again. Okay. Classic. That's fine. High resolution. Healer. I'm just going to switch to healer now, just for pity's sake. And I'm going to say Affinities config, which is going to just lay out everything as it is there, which is nice. It's got the 2 bars in my 6v6 split. I'm going to say finished. Okay. And we're just going to reload, and there we go. Alright. So now I have my, Affinities sort of healing layout. I've got another mouse over bar here, which you can configure. There's just, it's a nice clean interface, but the main thing I want to go into is if I say, well, let's first go into Shadow and Light now and import Affinities add-ons, and that'll sort out combat text, the XCT combat text, as well as what is it, SCADA, that thing. It's gonna have the embed options in the bottom right here. Again, just going to go into Shadow and Light options, import Affinity, import filters. There are no Paladin filters, so I'm going to import general filters. Okay. And again, going to wait a while. Now the next step is I'm going to say, well, let me first demonstrate here what his setup is for healing here. Is if I go into unit frames, if I go into raid, let's say 25 frames, they pop up right here, okay? And so all your raid frames pop up here, which is again a nice place to put them in, not exactly in the way, but easy to see and easy to get to. I'm going to close those off now. But what I'm going to get to next is type /WA to open up your WeakAuras settings, and you're going to go down to, I've put the links for the pastebin strings in the description, so all props to him. You're going to go to import here, and you're going to paste the raw data, that huge long line of text. You're going to paste that here, which I'll do in a sec. Okay, so I paste this massive line of code in, and you'll see that you can click done at the bottom right here. A new window pops up. I've got Paladin main bar. I've copied the one for Paladins, obviously. It's a dynamic group within WeakAuras. I'm going to say import. I'm going to confirm that name, confirm the rest of these names. And it's a dynamic group, so they all depend on each other. And what that does is it pops up a line of my abilities on cooldown that I've labeled there. And if I were to say, just to show you how this fits in, if I were to display 25-man frames, they pop up right below that set of frames. And now I have holy... prismatic, okay. I have Holy Prism on my bar here, so what I'm going to do is that Holy Prism icon there, watch that. If I do have a target, okay, once I use it, you see, it pops up to the front of the row, and it has a little cooldown timer. If I use my Divine Protection, look at that. They pop up in cooldown there. I can use my Divine Plea, alright? And it's just this long line of cooldowns there. Okay, Divine Plea needs some work. I'm not sure why Divine Plea didn't work there. It could be... We'll check in 2 minutes time. It could be due to it being glyphed, maybe? I don't know. I'll take a look at that. But basically, this is what I want to show, is that you can get... I believe he has a these ability bars for only for Paladin, Druid, Monk, Priest, and Shaman. But obviously, if you go into WeakAuras, you can just basically you can download any of these bars and actually just basically change the spell inside the trigger. Now I will be going over WeakAuras more in depth in my next video, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, basically you can do just as we did in the melee DPS video. You can customize your user interface to look like anything you want. But I just want to show you, maybe this gives you some ideas to customize your UI to look a bit more like this, because I personally think that this is a very effective healing UI overall, especially with the ability bar being right there. So thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All props go to Affinitii for this layout. This is amazing. This is very awesome. So yeah, I do thank him because I'll definitely be using this for my own healing. So cheers guys, I'll see you in game.